Hey guys, how's it going? In today's session, we'll be looking at communication skills, which is an important part of everyone's life, especially if you're in school. So communication skills में थोड़े parts है जो आपको देखने पड़ेंगे. For example, what are the methods of communication? आप कैसे लोगों से बात कर सकते हो? Verbal communication and non-verbal communication क्या होता है? What is the difference between the two? How do you define communication cycle? And what is feedback in communication? सो कम्युनिकेशन इज़ नॉट अ साइंस बट इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन योर लाइफ. सो आपको ये सब चीज़ें ध्यान रखनी पड़ेंगी कम्युनिकेशन में क्या क्या चीज़ें इंक्लूड होती हैं एंड व्हाट आर द बैरियर्स टू कम्युनिकेशन. एंड इन द एंड वी विल ऑल्सो कवर राइटिंग स्किल्स, बट ये आपको ऑलरेडी सेकेंड स्टैंडर्ड से लेके 8th स्टैंडर्ड तक जो आपको इंग्लिश में पढ़ाया गया एग्जैक्टली वही चीज़ें आने वाली है राइटिंग स्किल्स में. सो वी विल नॉट फोकस मच ऑन राइटिंग स्किल्स बट वी विल स्टिल कवर इट. सो इफ़ यूर on this channel for the first time, my name is Akash Singh. I'm an engineer who graduated from IIT Bombay, currently working as a software engineer. Now my domain of work is artificial intelligence, but I have created this channel so that I can make things easier for you. And at any point of time, अगर आपको लगे कि कुछ difficulty आ रही है आपको, maybe आपको कुछ doubts solving का चाहिए, so you can connect with me on Telegram. There is a group जिसका आपको link मिल जाएगा इसके description में. Also, you can connect with me on Instagram. The handle is this. Anyways, if you're not already subscribed, I would urge you to subscribe to this channel because since your 10th exams are coming very near, we will be keeping live sessions. हम लोग revision videos डालेंगे. So I think that should help you out. So let's begin with today's session by talking about communication. Now हम लोग movies देखते हैं, हम लोग sports देखते हैं, हम लोग award shows देखते हैं. What is the major thing that you notice there? The speakers, the team communication, जो movies में dialogues होते हैं, they play a very important part in all of these things. So a brief introduction about communication, it comes from the Latin word which actually means to share. Communication skills कहाँ पर काम में आते हैं? Obviously आपके एग्जाम्स में आपको इसके बारे में पढ़ना पड़ेगा, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट जब आप लोगों से बात करते हो, कस्टमर से बात करते हो, अपने टीम में आपको कुछ कन्वे करना है या मे बी आप जॉब कर रहे हो, उन सब जगहों पे आपको कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स बहुत नेसेसरी हो जाते हैं. नाउ यू मस्ट बी थिंकिंग व्हाट इज कम्युनिकेशन अबाउट, सिर्फ लिखना और बोलना होता है? नो, देर आर लॉट ऑफ अदर थिंग्स जो आपको उसमें ध्यान रखनी पड़ती हैं. सो कम्युनिकेशन हैज़ 3 इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इज ट्रांसमिटिंग. इफ़ यू डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट ट्रांसमिटिंग मीन्स, इट मीन्स एक्चुअली सेंडिंग. आप कुछ भेज रहे हो. And what are you sending? You're sending some sort of information. For example, I say, I want to play basketball today. What are you doing? You're sending some information towards another person. ठीक है, आपने एक बार information send कर दी. What is the next step? आप सिर्फ खाली रूम में चिल्ला नहीं सकते हो, right? You need someone to listen to you. So the second part would be listening. तो listen कौन करता है? जो receiver होता है, जो audience होती है, वो सुनती है. And this is the second part. And the third part is the feedback. Feedback means eventually जो send किया गया है, अगर किसी ने सुना है तो वो या तो yes बोलेगा या तो no बोलेगा, और maybe they will react in some other way so that आपको पता चले कि आपने जो चीज़ बोली है वो सामने वाले को समझ में आई. So this is also the most important part of communication, which is called feedback, जिससे पता चलता है कि सामने वाले ने कुछ समझा है आपकी बातों से. And these 3 things complete the communication cycle. So let's take an example. Let's call the messenger as Rachel, the recipient as Ross. Alright, so Rachel is thinking something. She wants to say, probably, have you done the homework? Right? She's thinking in her head. Have you done the homework? Do you like ice cream? Or do you want to go play? Right? So ये सब चीज़ें रेचल अपने दिमाग में सोच रही है, राइट? सो व्हेन शी कन्वर्ट्स हर थॉट्स इनटू वर्ड्स, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं कोडिंग. कोडिंग बेसिकली मीन्स हिंदी में कोड किया है या फिर इंग्लिश में या फिर फ्रेंच में, कौन से वे में सामने वाला समझ सकता है, राइट? तो एक बार कोड किया, इंग्लिश, हिंदी या फ्रेंच, वॉट एवर लैंग्वेज शी इज थिंकिंग इन. तो एक होता है चैनल. चैनल मीन्स आपने कैसे वो चीज़ कन्वे की, आइदर बोल के की, आपने व्हाट्सएप किया, आपने ईमेल किया, या फिर आपने सिर्फ हैंड साइन से किया. सो वो चैनल कहा जाता है. एंड बिटवीन द रेसिपिएंट एंड द मैसेंजर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर रेचल ने हिंदी, इंग्लिश या फ्रेंच में अपने वर्ड्स लिखे हैं, अपने सेंटेंसेस लिखे हैं, सो ऑब्वियसली रॉस नीड्स टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज 3 इनमें से कोई एक उसको समझ में आना चाहिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल रेचल ने इंग्लिश में लिखा, तो रॉस को भी इंग्लिश आनी चाहिए ताकि वो समझे ये चीज़ें, राइट। सो वंस डिकोडिंग इज ऑल्सो डन इन इंग्लिश, तो रॉस समझ पाता है कि रेचल क्या बोल रही है, राइट। सो दिस इज अ कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस। आपके एग्जाम्स में ये नहीं पूछा जाता है, बट इट इज गुड टू नो। वी हैव इन द इनिशियल वी स्टडीड 3 पार्ट्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। अब हम लोग देखेंगे कम्युनिकेशन में क्या क्या एलिमेंट्स होते हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, सेंडर होना चाहिए जो चीज़ें बोल रहा है। देयर शुड बी सम मैसेज। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम द सेंडर हियर, I am talking about communication skills. What is the message? Message is for conveying the importance of communication. What is the channel? Channel is an online channel through a video. Who are the receivers? You guys are the receivers who's watching the video at this present moment. And what is the feedback? Feedback can be in multiple ways. Either you leave comments or you subscribe to the channel. You should. Or you get good marks because of these videos in your exams, or you are eventually able to understand what communication means. So this is the feedback. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि feedback बोल के ही होता है, behavior से होता है feedback या फिर various other things है. So these are the elements of communication. What are the various methods of communication now? The best method of communicating with anyone, किसी से बातचीत करने के लिए बेस्ट वे क्या होता है कि आप आमने सामने जाके बात करो. वाई? बिकॉज बहुत क्विक इंफॉर्मेशन ट्रैवल होती है अगर आमने सामने होकर आप बात कर रहे हो. आप एकदम से रिप्लाई कर सकते हो, एकदम से चीज़ें बोल सकते हो. सो फेस टू फेस इनफॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन इज़ वन मेथड. ईमेल्स आर काइंड ऑफ स्लो, क्योंकि आपने एक बार एक ईमेल भेजा 4 PM को, आपको रिप्लाई आ रहा है 6 PM, नेक्स्ट ईमेल आ रहा है अगले दिन. सो इट इज़ काइंड ऑफ स्लो, बट यू कैन राइट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. थर्ड मेथड इज नोटिस एंड पोस्टर्स. जैसे एडवर्टीजमेंट्स हो गई, पोस्टर्स हो गए, आपके स्कूल में लगा होगा कोई पोस्टर, प्रॉब्ली डेट शीट लगाई गई है जिससे आपको सेम मैसेज कन्वे करना होता है बहुत सारे लोगों को एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. अनदर मेथड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इज बिजनेस मीटिंग्स. जनरली फॉर्मल वे होता है, बहुत सारे लोग एक साथ बात नहीं कर सकते हैं, वन बाय वन बात करना होता है आपको, जहाँ पर आप बहुत सारे डिसीजंस ले सकते हो. इट इज़ गुड टू नो ऑल दीज. I'll be sharing these PDF in the Telegram group, so please join that group. There are also other methods. Other methods are actually very widely accepted now. For example, WhatsApp, Telegram, phone calls. ये सब other methods में आता है. But how do you choose कि आप जो convey करना चाह रहे हो आपको कौन से वे में करना चाहिए? First of all, आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि आपकी टारगेट ऑडियंस क्या है. अगर आप ऑफिस में हो तो आपके ऑफिस कलीग्स हो सकते हैं, अगर आप स्कूल में हो तो आपके स्कूल फ्रेंड्स हो सकते हैं, अगर आप फैमिली में हो तो फैमिली मेम्बर्स होंगे. सो फॉर ईच टाइप ऑफ ऑडियंस आपको चूज़ करना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा मेथड यूज़ किया जाए. आपको और भी चीज़ें देखनी पड़ती है, जैसे कॉस्ट. अगर आप पोस्टर्स प्रिंट कर रहे हो तो उसमें कॉस्ट जाएगा. ईमेल अगर आप सेंड कर रहे हो तो आपको उसके लिए इंटरनेट चाहिए. व्हाट इज़ द काइंड और टाइप ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन दैट यू आर सेंडिंग, उस पर भी काफ़ी चीज़ें डिपेंड करती हैं. Is it a formal communication? Is it an informal communication? And what is the urgency कि कितना जल्दी आपको कन्वे करना है. अगर आपको किसी को OTP सेंड करना है, सो दैट इज़ अ प्रायोरिटी कॉन्वर्सेशन. आपको फेस टू फेस बोलना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो फ़ोन कॉल पे. इफ़ इट इज़ नॉट दैट इम्पॉर्टेंट, जैसे आपने बर्थडे इन्विटेशन भेजा किसी को, यू कैन सेंड इट ऑन व्हाट्सएप, ऑन ईमेल, या फिर आप उसका पोस्टर भी लगा सकते हो. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स जो आपको ध्यान में रखनी पड़ती हैं जब आपको कम्युनिकेशन मेथड डिसाइड करना हो. सो लेट्स क्विकली सी विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट एन एलिमेंट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन विद इन द कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस साइकिल. कौन सा इनमें से एलिमेंट नहीं है? चैनल होता है. चैनल बेसिकली मीन्स रिटन वर्बल. रिसीवर होता है जो रिसीव कर रहा है इन्फॉर्मेशन, सेंडर हु सेंडिंग द इन्फॉर्मेशन. वेयर एज टाइम में इसका कुछ भी इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं होता. यू नीड टू अप्लाई लीव एट वर्क. विच मेथड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन विल यू यूज? ठीक है, आप ईमेल कर सकते हो अपने बॉस को, पोस्टर तो नहीं भेजोगे ऑब्वियसली, न्यूज़ लेटर भी नहीं भेजोगे, आप ब्लॉग पे भी पोस्ट नहीं करोगे. सो दिस चैप्टर इज मोर अबाउट कॉमन सेंस, राइट? सो ईमेल वुड बी द राइट आंसर. बाय विच एक्शन कैन सेंडर्स सेंड देयर मैसेजेस? जेस्चर्स, स्पीकिंग, रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग. जेस्चर्स के थ्रू भेज सकते हैं, जैसे आपने हाथ हिला दिया, बोल के आप कन्वे कर सकते हो। रीड करके नहीं हो सकता, बिकॉज रीडिंग इज टेकिंग द इनपुट। राइट करके भी आप भेज सकते हो। लेट्स मूव ऑन टू वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन। प्लीज रिमेंबर देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन, जो आप बोल कर करते हो और जो आप बिना बोले करते हो। सो वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन के एग्जाम्पल्स हम लोग देखते हैं। द टाइप्स ऑफ वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन, जिसमें आप साउंड्स यूज करते हो, वर्ड्स यूज करते हो, लैंग्वेज यूज करोगे, स्पीच यूज करोगे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लाइक आई एम टॉकिंग राइट नाउ, you're talking to a friend, your teacher is teaching you, your principal is giving you a lecture, right? Your parents are scolding you, on those lines. Everything is verbal communication. So first of all होता है interpersonal communication. Interpersonal मतलब दो लोगों के बीच में जो कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है उसको बोला जाता है इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन और कॉन्वर्सेशन। जैसे आप अपने फ्रेंड से बातचीत कर रहे हो ड्यूरिंग द क्लास, दैट इज इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन। यू वांट टू टॉक टू योर टीचर, लाइक आप अपने टीचर से डाउट्स पूछ रहे हो, दैट इज ऑल्सो इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इज रिटन कम्युनिकेशन। जैसे आपने एक ईमेल लिख दिया, आपने हैंड रिटन नोट लिख दिया, राइट। सो ये सब चीज़ें आती है रिटन कम्युनिकेशन के अंदर, नॉट वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड। स्मॉल ग्रुप कॉन्वर्सेशन कम्युनिकेशन, जैसे आपने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस रख दी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हेन रोनाल्डो वॉज गेटिंग ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम रियल मैड्रिड टू यूवेंटस, राइट, एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस रखी गई थी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इंडिया वॉन द वर्ल्ड कप, राइट। सो आफ्टर द मैच देर इज़ अ प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, जहाँ पर थोड़े लोगों को बुलाया जाता है, थोड़ी बात की जाती है, थोड़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन एक्सचेंज की जाती है। दैट इज नोन एज स्मॉल ग्रुप कॉन्वर्सेशन। वेयर एज पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन का बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल वुड बी PM स्पीच और मे बी मिनिस्टर्स स्पीच, राइट। एक ही जगह पे बहुत ज़्यादा लोग कलेक्ट होते हैं, इकट्ठा होते हैं, वहाँ पर थोड़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन कन्वे की जाती है। दैट इज नोन एज पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन। नाउ वी हैव लर्नड अबाउट कम्युनिकेशन, कौन से पार्ट्स होते हैं कम्युनिकेशन के, व्हाट इज़ द प्रोसेस। आप बोलने के पहले सोचते हो, कुछ लोग नहीं सोचते हैं, बट थिंकिंग बिफोर स्पीकिंग इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दैट इज़ हाउ यू मास्टर वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जब भी आपको कोई चीज़ कन्वे करनी है किसी को, यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट फर्स्ट विद अ फिल्टर, राइट, सो दैट आपके जो लिसनर्स है वो समझ पाए कि आप कहना क्या चाहते हो। सम वे ऑफ प्रिपेयरिंग वुड बी राइटिंग समथिंग, आप नोट्स बना सकते हो अपने लिए। वॉट एवर यू स्पीक नीड्स टू बी कंसाइज एंड क्लियर। ऐसा नहीं है आप रैंडम चीज़ें बोल रहे हो, यू नीड टू नो कि आपको बोलना क्या है। आप क्लियर बोलोगे, कंसाइजली बोलोगे, and you do not repeat the same sentences unless it is necessary. For example, in a classroom environment, your teacher needs to repeat the things again and again so that you remember it. But in a conversation with your employer or your principal, you do not need to repeat the sentences again. आपको अपनी चीज़ें concise और clear रखनी पड़ती हैं। The third part is confidence and body language. Most of your communication comes from your body. It tells the other person how confident you are. So how you can do that is by maintaining eye contact, standing straight, and being attentive. Right? So this is how you can master verbal communication. Let's have a look at a couple of questions now. Which of the following is an example of oral communication? Oral मतलब आप मुंह से जो communicate कर रहे हो, words के through, speech के through. So phone call, obviously, newspapers, letters, and emails are not there. What are the types of words we should use for verbal communication? जब आप verbally communicate कर रहे हो तो आपको clear चीज़ें बोलनी पड़ेंगी, right? ताकि सामने वाला समझ पाए। So acronyms, can't use it. Something like TTYL, BRB. You cannot use them in the real world conversations क्योंकि सामने वाले को हो सकता है नहीं समझ में आए। So acronyms आप नहीं यूज़ करते हो, technical terms भी यूज़ नहीं करते हो। jargon मतलब आप रैंडम चीज़ें बोल रहे हो, बेसिकली रिलेटेड टू द टॉपिक दैट यू स्पीकिंग अबाउट, सम टेक्निकल वोकैबुलरी। सो यू हैव टू ऑलवेज यूज सिंपल वर्ड्स। अगर आप सिंपल वर्ड्स यूज़ करोगे तो आपकी वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन बहुत इफेक्टिव हो जाएगी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड टर्म्स अगर यहाँ पर यूज़ करने लग जाऊँ जो आपने पहले नहीं सुने, सो इट विल बी काइंड ऑफ डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड, राइट? सो दैट्स वाई वी ऑलवेज यूज सिंपल वर्ड्स। Why do we use emails? So to communicate with many people at the same time. All right, that can be done. To share document and files, that also can be done. to talk to each other in real times मतलब कोई lag नहीं है, so that is not possible to keep a record of communication. Yes, so C के अलावा बाकी तीन options correct है. So once we covered the verbal part of communication जो words के through जो sound के through होता है, now we come on to non-verbal communication. So जब भी हम लोग information convey करते हैं without the use of words or speech, that is known as verbal communication. हो सकता है आपने किसी को नमस्ते बोला without saying anything, or maybe you just said hi. So that is a kind of non-verbal communication. Now you might be thinking, okay, why are we learning about non-verbal communication? That is because most of our communication during the day in our life is using the non-verbal communication. हो सकता है बॉडी मूवमेंट के थ्रू, अपने फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस के थ्रू. नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन में आपका जो वॉइस है, वॉइस का वॉल्यूम अप हो या डाउन हो, दैट ऑल्सो कम्स अंडर नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन. आपकी जो टोन ऑफ वॉइस है, आपके जो पॉजेज हैं, वो सब चीज़ें नॉन वर्बल के अंदर आती हैं. Only 7% of the communication is done using words. So now you know non-verbal communication is very important. What are the types of non-verbal communication? First of all, facial expressions. आप जब मूवी देखते हो, let's take an example. If you're watching a very nice movie, probably कोई मिल गया, right, by Hrithik Roshan. Just imagine if all the facial expressions are removed. There are only dialogues and the actors are just speaking them. So most of the information would be lost. You will not be interested in watching that movie. आप movie बंद कर दोगे. Which tells us a very important thing, that facial expressions give out a lot of information about the topic that is being talked about. Apart from that, the next type of non-verbal communication is using the postures. Postures में आप देखोगे, if your teacher is angry at you, the posture will be something like this. If the teacher is making you understand something, they'll use more hand actions, right? So postures actually convey the confidence and feelings. Next type of non-verbal communication is body language. Generally अगर आप देखोगे traffic police, for example, at any point of time अगर traffic lights बंद हो जाएं, तो there would be a traffic constable, traffic policeman, जो आपको stop sign बोलेगा, आने के लिए बोलेगा, stop to the left hand side. All these things are conveyed using gestures or body language. So that is also non-verbal communication. Touch is also kind of non-verbal communication. If you're shaking someone's hand, if your handshake is firm, that tells that you're very confident. अगर आपने किसी का handshake किया and you're very slouchy, that means you're not confident, right? Space is also a kind of communication between two people. If the space is low, it conveys some feelings. If the space is less, if the space is more. So there is difference in the intimacy or closeness between them. आप रैंडम लोगों के साथ चिपक के खड़े नहीं होते हो. दैट इज अ काइंड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन दैट आई डू नॉट नो यू, प्लीज स्टे अवे फ्रॉम मी, राइट? सो दीज आर ऑल्सो नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशंस. मोर टाइप्स ऑफ नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन इज आई कॉन्टैक्ट. अगर आप किसी से आई कॉन्टैक्ट रख के बात करते हो, दैट मीन्स यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट और यू आर पेइंग अटेंशन. अगर आपका आई कॉन्टैक्ट नहीं है टीचर के साथ, सो टीचर माइट बी थिंकिंग दैट यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट समथिंग एल्स एंड यू आर नॉट वेरी फोकस्ड. One more type of non-verbal communication is paralanguage. Means if you're talking fast, if you're talking slow, your volume, all these things also convey some sort of information, right? So ये आपके non-verbal communication में आती है. So non-verbal के अंदर आपका visual communication भी आता है. Visual communication generally refers to the posters or signs which have something written on them or drawn on them. Remember the difference between non-verbal and visual communication. ठीक है, जैसे आपने ये सब साइंस तो देखे होंगे रोड पे, या फिर अगर आप थिएटर जा रहे हो, there would be a sign to tell you that please switch off your mobiles or keep it under airplane mode. और मे बी सम बैंक में अगर आप जाओगे तो दिस एरिया इज अंडर CCTV सर्वेलेंस. ये सब पोस्टर्स या फिर बोर्ड्स लगे होते हैं. दिस इज नोन एज विजुअल कम्युनिकेशन. So which of these is a positive or good facial expression? Frowning while concentrating, maintaining eye contact, smiling continuously, or rolling up your eyes. Obviously, the good thing would be to maintain eye contact. If you smile continuously, that would be very creepy. Rolling up your eyes means you're bored. Frowning while concentrating is not a very good facial expression, right? Okay. Next one, what does an upright or straight body posture convey or show? Pride? Could be, but not exactly. Professionalism could be. Confidence could be. Humility, not sure. राइट सो हम लोगों ने देखा है जब भी आप स्ट्रेट खड़े होगे, अटेंशन में खड़े रहोगे, दैट जनरली कन्वेज कॉन्फिडेंस. सो कॉन्फिडेंस वुड बी द मोस्ट एप्रोप्रिएट आंसर हियर. Alright, so let's move on to communication cycle now. We have understood what communication is. Communication में क्या क्या parts होते हैं. There is a sender, there is a receiver, there is a feedback, right? So ये cycle start होती है sender से. Sender wants to communicate something. He wants to give some information to the receiver. Once the receiver receives an information, either he says thumbs up, or he says okay, or he replies back. That reply is known as feedback. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 things are important in a communication cycle, and this part is also important for your boards. काफ़ी questions पूछे जाते हैं communication cycle से. So सबसे पहले जो आपको चीज़ पूछी जाती है, that is feedback. What is the definition of feedback? So once the sender sends some information to the receiver sends back some message known as an acknowledgement that he has received the message. For example, if I tell you, or if I am talking about communication cycle right now, ठीक है, मैंने आपके साथ कुछ चीज़ें communicate की about the communication cycle, तो आप घर पे क्या करोगे? आप notes बनाओगे, या फिर आप अंडरस्टैंड करोगे, और मे बी यू विल लीव अ कमेंट, or maybe you subscribe to the channel. So these actions are known as feedback. There are multiple types of feedback. हो सकता है positive feedback हो. So it generally tells us that जो sender है उसने कुछ अच्छी चीज़ बोली है, या फिर कुछ मज़ेदार चीज़ बोली है, कुछ समझने वाली चीज़ बोली है. And this is generally represented by thumbs up, or maybe you liking the video. Negative feedback means कुछ गलत चीज़ बोली गई है, या फिर कुछ चीज़ नहीं समझ में आई है, on those lines. And no feedback means it is also a communication that it is a negative feedback. So why negative? Because if you're not giving any feedback, that means you have either not understood or you're not interested in giving a feedback. So these both come under negative feedback. ठीक है. सो फीडबैक का इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है, और आपको कैसे अच्छा फीडबैक देना चाहिए. इंपॉर्टेंस क्या होता है? इट टेल्स अस दैट द लिसनर इज इफेक्टिवली लिसनिंग, उसको चीज़ें समझ में आ रही हैं. इट इज़ मोटिवेटिंग, it boosts learning, and also improves the performance. For example, if you give me feedback that sir, I have understood this chapter, but this part of the chapter was not very understandable to me, can you please help me out there? So it will boost your learning, but it will also improve my performance as a teacher, so that I can make better explanatory concepts or videos for you, right? So this is the importance of feedback. So which of these are examples of positive feedback? कौन से एग्जाम्पल्स हैं इनमें से पॉजिटिव फीडबैक है? एक्सेलेंट, योर वर्क हैज़ इम्प्रूव्ड, यस दैट इज पॉजिटिव. आई नोटिस्ड योर डेडिकेशन टूवर्ड्स द प्रोजेक्ट. ओके, सो दिस इज नॉट पॉजिटिव, राइट? दिस इज काइंड ऑफ न्यूट्रल. यू आर ऑलवेज डूइंग इट द रॉन्ग वे, सो दिस इज अ नेगेटिव फीडबैक. सो ए इज द पॉजिटिव फीडबैक हियर. Alright, repeated question. Which of these are examples of negative feedback? Negative feedback के कौन कौन से examples है? I hate to tell you this, but your drawing skills are poor. Obviously, this is a negative feedback. You can surely improve your drawing. So this is not exactly negative. इसमें बोला जा रहा है कि आप अपनी drawing को improve कर सकते हो. So that is kind of a positive feedback. This is a good drawing, but you can do better. So again, this is a positive feedback. The negative feedback is this: I hate to tell you this, but your drawing skills are poor. Alright, which of the following are effective components of a good feedback? एक अच्छा फीडबैक जब आप देते हो किसी को भी, इट इज़ ऑलवेज स्पेसिफिक, स्पेसिफिक होना चाहिए एंड इट शुड बी ऑनेस्ट। सो स्पेसिफिक है, डायरेक्ट एंड ऑनेस्ट भी है। आप घुमा फिरा के चीज़ें नहीं बोलोगे, आप सीधे बोलोगे, ऑनेस्टली बोलोगे, एंड इट शुड बी अ स्पेसिफिक फीडबैक। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ़ यू स्कोर्ड 98 on 100 in mathematics but you lost 2 marks in linear algebra, right? So आपके टीचर को बोलना चाहिए, you have scored very well but you need to improve so and so question in the linear algebra chapter. So that is a direct, honest and specific feedback. Now we have learned about communication, कौन से parts होते हैं, what is communication cycle, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, visual communication have been covered. But how do you improve your communication? What is the way that आपने जो भी चीज़ बोली सामने वाले को अच्छे से समझ में आए? So there are a couple of points that you need to remember. They are also known as 7 C's. 7 C's क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पर सारे जो words हैं वो C से start हो रहे हैं and total 7 in number. We'll quickly try to understand them. Clear words, clear concepts, clear thoughts होने चाहिए, घुमा फिरा के आप चीज़ें नहीं बोलोगे। Concise होना चाहिए, जितने छोटे से छोटे वर्ड्स में, कम से कम वर्ड्स में आप कन्वे कर सको। कॉन्क्रीट मतलब आपने एक बार जो चीज़ बोली, डू नॉट टर्न बैक ऑन इट। करेक्ट होना चाहिए, ऑब्वियसली इनकरेक्ट चीज़ें आप नहीं बोलोगे। कोहेरेंट होना चाहिए, बेसिकली इफ़ यू टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग, इफ़ यू टॉकिंग अबाउट फुटबॉल तो आप फुटबॉल के बारे में ही बोलो, सडनली उसमें बीच में पिज्ज़ा मत घुसा दो। सो कोहेरेंट मीन्स आपने जितने भी सेंटेंस बोले वो एक दूसरे के साथ कनेक्ट हो रहे हैं। इंक्लूड ऑल द नीडेड इन्फॉर्मेशन, इनकम्प्लीट इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं होनी चाहिए। एंड व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट एनीथिंग यू हैव टू बी courteous, यू हैव टू बी काइंड, राइट? आप रूड होकर किसी से बात नहीं करोगे। सो दीज आर द 7 C's। जनरली आपको ये सातों के सातों सी नहीं पूछे जाएंगे, बट इट इज़ गुड टू रिमेंबर अ फ्यू ऑफ दोस। सो अगर आपको किसी के साथ कम्युनिकेट करना है, व्हाट आर द वेरियस बैरियर्स, किन चीज़ों से आपका जो कम्युनिकेशन है वो रिड्यूस हो सकता है? सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इज लिंग्विस्टिक बैरियर। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम टॉकिंग इन इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी राइट नाउ, but some of you might not understand that. हो सकता है some of you are speaking some other language, so I will not be able to get through to you. You will not be able to understand. आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा कि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, right? Unless and until आप इंग्लिश या हिंदी में से कोई भी एक लैंग्वेज यूज़ कर रहे हो. So that part of barrier is known as linguistic barrier. Next is physical barrier. For example, you and your friend are sitting in two different classrooms, right? There is a wall separating you. So that is known as a physical barrier. आप अपने फ्रेंड से बात नहीं कर पाओगे because there is a physical wall in front of you. Organizational barrier. अगर आपको अपने प्रिंसिपल के साथ बात करनी है, ऐसा नहीं है that principal is your friend. आपको परमिशंस लेनी पड़ेंगी, अपॉइंटमेंट्स लेनी पड़ेंगी in order to talk to your principal. So this is known as an organizational barrier. एक organization के अंदर various levels होते हैं. For example, there is an employee. फिर employee का manager होगा, manager का boss होगा. So employee cannot directly talk to the boss, right? So these are known as organizational barriers. Interpersonal barriers मतलब people are underconfident in talking, or maybe they do not know how to express their feelings, are known as interpersonal barriers. Cultural barriers mean, for example, if a Mexican, for example, you meet a Mexican national and you're Indian, right? So Indians believe in lighting, so Hindus believe in lighting a diya on Diwali, right? Mexican would be playing bullfights. So ये दोनों चीज़ें अगर आप मैक्सिकन को बताओगे कि देर इज़ दिया लाइटिंग ऑन दिवाली, ही विल नॉट बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. सिमिलरली इफ़ यू टॉक टू एनी इंडियन, ही विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड, ही और शी विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड कि बुल फाइट क्यों हो रहा है. सो दिस इज़ नोन एज अ कल्चरल बैरियर बिकॉज ऑफ द डिफरेंट कल्चर्स. आप एक दूसरे के कस्टम्स नहीं समझ सकते हो. हाउ डू यू ओवरकम बैरियर्स? अगेन यू कैन यूज़ द 7 C's. 7 C's क्या थे? क्लियर, कंसाइज. Obviously, apart from the 7 C's, आप दूसरी चीज़ें भी कर सकते हो that do not form assumptions on culture, religion or geography. Always have acceptance for others' cultures and religion. Try to communicate in person. For example, I told you that अगर आपको कोई भी information सबसे अच्छे वे में convey करनी है तो face to face होनी चाहिए हो. आप विजुअल्स का यूज़ कर सकते हो, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम यूजिंग presentation right now, so this is a kind of a visual which transfers a lot of information. आप ट्रांसलेटर की हेल्प ले सकते हो एंड ऑलवेज बी रिस्पेक्टफुल ऑफ अदर्स ओपिनियंस. सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ कम्युनिकेशन बैरियर? linguistic barrier, interpersonal, financial barrier, organizational barrier. Financial barrier is not a communication barrier, right? आप बात कर सकते हो even if you do not have enough money. Which of these are the ways to overcome communication barriers? आप कैसे communication barriers को overcome कर सकते हो? Using a translator, yes. Respecting each other's differences, obviously yes. Using your own language for comfort, obviously not. Not communicating or obviously not. Now we have covered the most important part of communication skills, verbal, non-verbal skills. आपने देखा communication cycle देखा, communication के parts देखे. All those things were very important. Right now we will quickly go through the parts of speech जहाँ पर writing skills होता है. There are capitalization rules जो आपको follow करने पड़ते हैं. Always titles, word I, names and starting letter of sentences capitalized होने चाहिए. पंक्चुएशन मार्क्स कहाँ पर यूज़ होते हैं, फुल स्टॉप कहाँ यूज़ होता है, कॉमा किधर यूज़ करना चाहिए, क्वेश्चन मार्क, एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क, एपोस्ट्रॉफी. Some basic parts of speech. What is the definition of noun, pronoun, adjectives, verbs and adverbs? So easy way to remember this is nouns मतलब आपने किसी चीज़ को नाम दिया है. जब आपको वो नाम नहीं यूज़ करना है, you can substitute it using pronouns. For example, Akash is a noun but I is a pronoun. Similarly, words that describe other words are known as adjectives. Verbs मतलब action words होता है, जब आप किसी action को define करो या फिर उसको describe करो, that is known as adverbs. Please, you can take a screenshot of this or I'll be sharing this PDF in the Telegram group. आप वहाँ से ले सकते हो ताकि आप ये सब चीज़ें read कर पाओ. Supporting parts of speech क्या होता है? Articles, the letters A and the conjunctions, जब आप दो sentences को join करते हो. Preposition tells us how is one word related to other. Interjections मतलब expressing emotions. Alright, so you can solve this on your own, but let's solve the first one. In which of the following the underlined word is an adjective? Adjective क्या होता है? It describes the other word. So red dress, best seller, swim fast. Right, so these are adjectives. We will skip these questions. You can solve them at your home. Writing skills में आप sentences भी देखते हो. Sentences में दो parts होते हैं. One is the subject and the other is object. Right, subject object को आपको समझना पड़ेगा. What are subjects and objects? For example, Ram is reading a book. यहाँ पर Ram subject है, book is an object. जब आप इसको चेंज करते हो, इसकी वॉइस चेंज करते हो, तो बुक बिकम्स सब्जेक्ट एंड राम बिकम्स ऑब्जेक्ट. दिस इज नोन एज एक्टिव वॉइस एंड पैसिव वॉइस. प्लीज लुक एट दीज एग्जाम्पल्स, काइंड ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंट, बट अगेन इसमें से आपको क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछे जाते हैं. इट इज़ क्वाइट कॉमन नॉलेज. टाइप्स ऑफ सेंटेंसेस, क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, एक्सक्लेमेटरी होते हैं, ऑर्डर्स होते हैं, डिक्लेरेटिव होते हैं. सो दीज क्वेश्चंस कैन बी सॉल्व्ड बाय यू एट योर होम. Now let's jump on to the most important questions from communication cycle chapter, जो previous year question papers से, जो sample papers से extract किए गए. All right, so let's have a look at the first one. Dash feedback is specific information in form of written comments or verbal communication that help the learner understand what she or he needs to do in order to improve. कौन से टाइप ऑफ फीडबैक आपको लग रहा है जहाँ पर रिटन कमेंट्स दी जा रही हैं, वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है, वर्बल कन्वर्सेशन हो रहा है? सो दैट टाइप ऑफ फीडबैक इज नोन एज अ डिस्क्रिप्टिव फीडबैक. डिस्क्रिप्टिव फीडबैक मतलब आपको बहुत बड़ा फीडबैक दिया गया है. डैश कम्युनिकेशन इज द यूज ऑफ बॉडी लैंग्वेज, जेस्चर्स एंड फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस टू कन्वे इंफॉर्मेशन टू अदर्स. हम लोग बॉडी लैंग्वेज यूज़ कर रहे हैं, जेस्चर्स यूज़ कर रहे हैं, फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस यूज़ कर रहे हैं, विच मीन्स वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग, वी आर नॉट यूजिंग वर्ड्स. सो वर्बल तो नहीं हो सकता है. हम लोग ने बॉडी लैंग्वेज, जेस्चर्स और फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन यूज़ किया है, तो रिटर्न तो नहीं हुआ। विजुअल में भी हमेशा आपको ड्राइंग्स या पोस्टर्स होते हैं, सो दिस इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन। Imparting or exchanging information by speaking, writing, or using some other medium and means of sending or receiving information. What is it known as? It is known as communication. Which of the following pair is not part of 7 C's of communication? हम लोगों ने 7 C's देखे थे. So let's try to see कौन सा इसमें से odd one out है. There are two ways to solve it. Either आप सारे check कर लो or you can remove the odd one out. So completeness and conciseness हो सकता है, consideration and clarity हो सकता है, concreteness and courtesy हो सकता है, but confinement and conduciveness, complicated words, but they are not part of 7 C's. So this one would be the right answer. Which of the following the acronym TINS is related to? So it is actually related to the capitalization rules. आप हमेशा सेंटेंस का फर्स्ट वर्ड, नेम्स, द लेटर आई एंड वर्ड्स कैपिटलाइज करते हो. विच सीज इम्प्लाइज बीइंग पर्टिकुलर एंड क्लियर रादर देन फजी एंड जनरल. पर्टिकुलर एंड क्लियर का आपको मीनिंग ढूंढना है इनमें से. सो क्लैरिटी वुड बी द बेस्ट वन. कॉन्क्रीटनेस मीन्स आपने वो जो चीज़ बोली है वो आपने चेंज नहीं की. कर्टिसी मीन्स बीइंग काइंड. करेक्टनेस मीन्स योर फैक्ट्स आर करेक्ट. Communication is a plan, program, process, project. It is a process जहाँ पर sender receiver को information send करता है and the receiver gives back feedback. So it is a process. Or you can also say that it is a cycle. Okay, so this is a long question type. Some American and Israeli managers were on a conference call. So American and Israeli managers conference call पे थे. So there is obviously a language difference. The topic of call was transitioning from an on-premise product to cloud-native product. कुछ तो product के बारे में उन लोगों ने बात की. In the middle of discussion, the Israeli manager said that the R&D staff in Israel don't care about some of the changes. So उसने don't care का यूज़ किया Israeli manager ने. उनकी जो नेटिव लैंग्वेज वो इंग्लिश नहीं है. रिमेंबर दैट. एन अमेरिकन मैनेजर, ऑल्दो यूजुअली पोलाइट, couldn't restrain himself when he heard that statement. What's that supposed to mean? They don't care. He thundered. Obviously, Israeli doesn't know the exact meaning of don't care, but the American does. So थोड़ा translation में difference हो गया. What kind of a barrier is this? This is known as a linguistic barrier, जहाँ पर लोग एक दूसरे की लैंग्वेज को अच्छे से समझते नहीं है. That is why there is kind of a difference or a barrier. इंटरपर्सनल बैरियर नहीं है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बैरियर नहीं है क्योंकि लोग आमने सामने बात कर रहे हैं. कल्चरल बैरियर भी नहीं है बिकॉज they are not talking about some customs, they are talking about something feasible. Identify object, verb and subject in this sentence. The car crashed into a tree. So the car is the subject, the tree is the object and crash is the verb. So with this we have finished the entire chapter of communication skills. If you are able to go through the entire video, आपका पूरा chapter revise हो चुका है. Please do not forget to like the video. अगर आपको कुछ doubts है, you can comment under the video, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I would highly suggest you do because there are upcoming videos जिससे आपके 10th boards में अच्छे marks आ सकते हैं. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Till then, stay awesome. Bye bye. Hey guys, this video is a quick one shot for self-management skills. Now जितना important आपका entrepreneurial skills था उतना ही important self-management skills भी है because the total number of questions from both of these chapters will be 4. So let's see what we are going to cover in this session. We will look at stress and how to manage stress. It will help you in the future as well as during your board examinations. We will look at why working independently is actually important. हम लोग सेल्फ अवेयरनेस के बारे में कवर करेंगे एज वेल एज सेल्फ मोटिवेशन, एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज टॉपिक्स विल बी कवर्ड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सब्जेक्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चंस so that you can refer to the entire PDF of this video as your revision material. So before we begin, a quick introduction for everyone who's new to this channel. My name is Akash Singh. I graduated from IIT Bombay as a metallurgical engineer, but right now I'm working as a software engineer in the artificial intelligence domain. So at any point, if you feel कि आपको कहीं पे doubt आ रहा है या maybe you want to understand some topic in a better way, please feel free to contact me on Instagram, where my handle is Akash 7.7, or you can also comment under any of my videos. I will try to help you there. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's just begin with today's session by talking about what is stress. Now, stress is something which we are all aware about. आपके board exams आ रहे हैं. Some people might be stressed, some more, some less. So let's understand how stress is defined. So basically, your body reacts to external events. Now, these external events can be real or imaginary. Basically, your body feels that if you're in danger, it upsets the balance or your mental peace. So that response to events is known as stress. So sometimes you may stress danger. हो सकता है वो real हो सकता है वो imaginary हो. जैसे if you're thinking about your board exams, how will the question paper come? Will it be difficult? Am I prepared enough? So these dangers are mostly imaginary. Real dangers नहीं है ये अभी तक. When you go to the present moment, at that point it can be real, but right now it's only imaginary. So what happens is your body starts defending itself, and this process is known as fight or flight, or also known as stress response. Now these stresses can be of multiple types. इंटरनल स्ट्रेस होता है, जैसे आपके माइंड में जो स्ट्रेस हो. सर्वाइवल स्ट्रेस, मे बी यू आर इन एन एक्सीडेंट और मे बी यू आर लो ऑन फूड और वाटर. फटीग रिलेटेड स्ट्रेस, you can also relate by talking about you've been preparing for your exams for a long time, so आप थक गए हो, so that is a kind of stress related to fatigue. और environmental stress हो सकता है you're in a very cold place or a very hot place, so आपके जो environment में changes हैं, it reflects on your body, so that's known as environmental stress. Now we understand that stress can be harmful for your body, but for that purpose there is something known as stress management. Now stress management is all about controlling your thoughts. आप क्या सोच रहे हो, आप क्या feel कर रहे हो. Along with that, it is also better to schedule your time as well as your environment. So when you manage your stress, you are able to control every aspect of your thoughts. Now the ultimate goal, if you are able to manage your stress, the ultimate goal is to live a balanced life. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप पूरी लाइफ में टेंशन ले रहे हो और मे बी यू आर जस्ट टू फ्री. The overall aim of stress management is to help you live your life to the fullest. Now eventually it will also help you become strong. अगर आपके सामने कोई भी डिफिकल्टी आ रही है या मे बी यू आर अंडर प्रेशर, you won't react to it in an adverse way. You will be very calm as well as composed. So that's all about stress management. So what type of questions can be asked on stress management is the first one. Why is stress management important? The most important reason is it improves your overall health. Now if you're continuously under stress, your body will be under stress, your mind will be under stress. You will not be able to perform to your full capabilities. Hence, stress management is important. It helps you keep a positive attitude. You're not negative all the time. You're thinking positively about all the outcomes that you're looking forward to. आपकी productivity बहुत increase हो जाती है. If you have noticed sometimes, if you are low on sleep, you are not able to study properly. But जब भी आप well rested हो, if you're happy, you're able to learn things quickly. आप जल्दी से revision कर सकते हो. You're able to learn new things. So basically it also increases your productivity. You can also control your emotions. If you're largely sad or largely feeling demotivated, stress management can help you manage all those things, ताकि आपके जो emotions है वो control में रहे, which basically improves your mood. And if you're healthy overall, आपका जो immune system है वो automatically strong हो जाता है. And the best part of it all is, if you're not under stress, you will be your 100%. So if you give your board examinations without any stress, you might feel that you're able to give your 100% there. There are multiple techniques to manage stress which comes under the stress management. So basically as we discussed, आपके इमोशन स्टेबलाइज हो जाते हैं, आप प्रोडक्टिव लाइफ जी सकते हो, यू आर मोर काम, योर moods are maintained. So some of the techniques that you can follow are meditation. So meditation actually connects your physical body to your mental thoughts. The only way these two can be connected is through breathing, and meditation is a form of proper breathing. योगा इज ऑल्सो अ ग्रेट स्ट्रेस बस्टर बिकॉज आपके जो बोन्स एंड मसल्स हैं उनको थोड़ा मूवमेंट मिलता है, आपका जो ब्लड फ्लो है वो थोड़ा इंक्रीज होता है, सो दैट यू कैन गेट सम फिजिकल पीस एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट आपका जो मेंटल पीस है वो भी आता है. बैलेंस डाइट ऑब्वियसली, सो all of our energy comes from our food. So if our food is bad, you might assume or you might feel that your thinking capability is reduced. But if you are having a balanced diet, a healthy diet, free from all fast food, you will be able to think clearly, you will have better sleep, you will be able to concentrate properly. Time management. So most of our worries come because of improper time management. Now most of you guys who are worried have been studying not for very long, since the past few months, but for all the students who've been regular in the entire year, उनके लिए जो टाइम मैनेजमेंट था वो बहुत अच्छा था, एंड दैट्स वाई दे विल बी अंडर लेस स्ट्रेस. आई एम नॉट सेइंग जीरो स्ट्रेस, बट लेस स्ट्रेस. Now sleep, according to me, is the most important part of any human's life cycle, because we sleep for 1/3 of our life. That's a pretty huge deal. So a good quality sleep is very important for the repair of your brain functions, repair of your body, for growth hormones, but it also improves your memory. So if you're planning to give your exams, get good sleep. It reduces anxiety and depression, and बाकी चीज़ें भी automatically follow करती हैं. So it is quite important. Nature walks. Man was born in nature, but right now we live in cities, disconnected from the nature. So whenever we get some good oxygen, clean breathable air amongst the nature, हमारा जो माइंड है ऑटोमेटिकली रिफ्रेश हो जाता है, एंड इट ऑल्सो गिव्स अ माइंड द माइंड अ बूस्ट. ठीक है, सो दीज वर सम इम्पॉर्टेंट स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट टेक्निक्स. वी विल शिफ्ट नाउ टू अनदर यूनिट which focuses on you and how you can work independently. Now ability to work independently is quite rare. Generally log teamwork में काम करते हैं, that is a very good thing, but working independently is also a very good quality. It means that you're self-aware, you know what your weaknesses are, you know what your strengths are, you can work alone, and you do not need an entire team to finish some work. It also means that you know that what you need to do and when you need to do it. So what is the importance of working independently? We just saw what is meant by the ability to work independently. But why is this important? This is important because it helps us to become independent and responsible. So since your school days, you've been always been in group projects. That is a very good thing, you learned about teamwork. But as you progress to your college or maybe to your employers, you will get some projects जहाँ पर आपको अकेले काम करना पड़ेगा. So the ability to work independently comes very handy at that point, जहाँ पर आपको खुद के decisions बनाने पड़ते हैं. That is kind of important in your life as well. It allows the creation of new thoughts and ideas. So when you're generally alone or thinking alone, आपके जो क्रिएटिव जूसेस है वो बहुत ज़्यादा फ्लो करते हैं, स्पेशली हेल्पफुल फॉर डिज़ाइनर्स एंड इंजीनियर्स बिकॉज इट प्रमोट्स क्रिएटिविटी. ऑल्सो इफ़ यू आर वर्किंग अलोन, यू डोंट हैव टू बी डिपेंडेंट ऑन अदर पीपल कि उनका जब काम खत्म हो देन यू कैन फिनिश ऑफ. नो, इट इज़ नॉट दैट. यू हैव फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी related to your working hours. Also, such individuals who are able to work alone without the need of other people become assets. They become very important to organizations, groups, as well as the government. So I hope you have understanding the importance of working independently. It is a quality that you can slowly and steadily grow. So working independently तो आपने समझ लिया what is the meaning, why is it important. Now how do you develop this characteristic. So there are a couple of things you need to remember. The first one is self-awareness. As the name suggests, you are aware about what you can do and what you cannot do. So it is divided into four parts. First of all is you know about your strengths. आपको पता है कि आप कहाँ पर अच्छे हो. What are your basic strengths. अगर आप किसी चीज़ पे काम कर रहे हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ यू लाइक फिजिक्स, फिजिक्स आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग सब्जेक्ट है, तो you will be feeling very energized while you work on it, and you can also critique others on how they're doing in those subjects. So basically everyone comes to you for help on your strengths. Similarly, if you're aware about your weaknesses, now knowing strengths is a good thing, but knowing about weaknesses is even more important, because in any group or even working alone, you need to know कि आप किस चीज़ में अच्छे हो as well as किस चीज़ में अच्छे ना हो, because later on the things which you're not good at will eventually be the determining factor if you're successful or no. Also, self-awareness of your dark side. So weaknesses is something that you're not good at, but a dark side means something that you kind of ignore. If you are not able to work independently, or maybe you do not ask other for helps, it is not a weakness, but it is your dark side. You should overcome it, you should think about it, and you should be self-aware about it. Self-awareness about your emotional triggers. So sometimes what happens is people are generally triggered by maybe the teacher scolded them and they're not able to work properly. So they should understand that anger or sudden outbursts are their emotional triggers, so that they should be self-aware about them. So these were the 4 points about self-awareness. Self-motivation is the ability to think and work on your own. It's not like you're working for an external reward. So you can also think of it as internal motivation. You are doing things not because of an external prize, not because you're getting money, not because you're getting prize, not because someone else is praising you, but because it brings you happiness. It increases your self-esteem, it increases your self-confidence. ऑल्सो सेल्फ मोटिवेशन विल हेल्प यू कंटिन्यू अ टास्क. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने अगर किसी प्राइज़ के लिए काम स्टार्ट किया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ यू आर वर्किंग फॉर मनी, at one point of time you will start feeling tired, or you will feel that I do not want to do this anymore, but you still just keep on doing it without any happiness for it. But if you're self motivated, if you're just doing it because it makes you happy, it increases your knowledge, or maybe it increases your self confidence, those kind of motivation will always continue, and it will help you continue a task, help you with any task or an activity. So this is self motivation. And the third one is self regulation. As the name suggests, it is the ability to monitor your feelings, your energy, as well as your emotions. So during the day we think a lot of things, some are positive, some are negative. So कुछ लोगों के लिए नेगेटिव चीज़ें ज़्यादा होती हैं. So for that purpose we need to regulate our thoughts, we need to regulate our emotions, so that there is a balance maintained and our body is working in the 100% capacity. So we need to regulate our emotions so that we are calmer by nature. And if we are calm, we are able to take better decisions and perform to the fullest. Self-regulation will also help you focus on any task. जो भी आपको काम दिया गया है आप उसमें अच्छे से फोकस कर पाओगे. And if you're given a new task, for example, your first exam is English and then suddenly it comes to mathematics. So you can refocus your attention if you are self-regulated. You can control your impulses. So basically ऐसा नहीं है कि आप अगर पढ़ाई कर रहे हो and suddenly you get a WhatsApp message, you just immediately take up your phone and start going through the message. You need to control your impulses, and that's where self-regulation comes in. So this was a quick revision along with the subjective questions that can be asked in our examinations. Not a lot to study, I know, but please go through the entire video once and please let me know if you have any doubts. If you find this video useful, please do not forget to like it. You can comment under the video, you can share it among your friends, and if you have already not subscribed to the channel, I urge you to do so. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Till then, stay awesome. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back. Now we want to cover ICT skills for Part A, employability skills. ये आपका लास्ट चैप्टर है पार्ट ए से जो हम लोग कवर करने वाले हैं. सो दिस इज़ अ वेरी इजी चैप्टर. इफ़ यू जस्ट फोकस फॉर अ बिट, देर आर ओनली टू थिंग्स दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर: the types of operating systems, and these all things are actually quite common. I don't think you would need extra help in these. अगर आप कोई लैपटॉप यूज़ कर रहे हो या फिर पीसी यूज़ कर रहे हो, you will already know all these things. So apart from that, there are other things that you need to look at. That is the need and care of कंप्यूटर्स. मेंटेनेंस कैसे करते हैं आप कंप्यूटर्स की, वायरस से प्रोटेक्शन कैसे करते हैं यूजिंग एंटीवायरस, हाउ टू रिमूव स्पैम फाइल्स, टेम्पररी फाइल्स, how to create a maintenance schedule for your computer so that it works properly at all points in time. So इन सब चीज़ों को अगर आप देखोगे, so there are only two things, this and this. So we will quickly look at the theory part of ICT skills. But before we look into that, if you're new to the channel, my name is Akash Singh. I'm a software engineer and I'm here to make things easier for you. So at any point of time, if you find any difficulty in any of the subjects, please feel free to comment under any of my videos, or you can also connect with me on Instagram. My handle is akash7.7. So without any further ado, let's look at the first part. What is an operating system? अगर आप कोई भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस खरीद रहे हो, जैसे मोबाइल फ़ोन, आईपैड और मे बी ए कंप्यूटर सिस्टम, देर आर टू थिंग्स टू नोटिस. फर्स्ट इज़ द हार्डवेयर, इज़ द थिंग दैट यू कैन टच, like your keyboard, your screen, your speakers. But there is something else as well which is present inside those hardware, which is known as operating system. Now, the only reason operating system are useful is because as a user, अगर आप कोई भी electronic device use कर रहे हो, it becomes an interface. For example, you want to give a command to your computer, I want to play music. So you cannot directly tell the hardware to do that. You need to tell the operating system to play the music for you. So it acts as an interface between user and a computer, and it controls all the programs, all the softwares, all the applications within your computer. सो अगर आप देखोगे बहुत ज़्यादा टाइप के ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स होते हैं, जैसे विंडोज़, उबुंटू, एंड्रॉयड, iOS, macOS एंड लिनक्स. Why are operating systems important? Now we have already discussed this, that it helps you connect with your hardware in a better way. But अगर आपको कुछ functions देखने हो इसके, तो it supervises the hardware. So let's say you are using your speakers or your microphone. So operating system knows all about your hardware. It knows if it's turning on or is it off, what is the status of that hardware. So now if you're playing heavy games, if you know about GPU or RAM usage, so ये इसका जो भी track है ये आपका operating system ही रखता है. If you want to quickly look at the RAM or the GPU which is being used by your operating system, you can quickly open your task manager. I hope you know how to do that. Control Alt Delete. इट ऑल्सो कीप्स ट्रैक्स कि आपके सिस्टम में कौन कौन सी फाइल्स प्रेजेंट हैं, उनका साइज़ क्या है, अगर आपने सी ड्राइव में फाइल रखी है या फिर डी ड्राइव में या मे बी सी डी रोम ड्राइव में. सो ऑल दीज फाइल्स विच आर प्रेजेंट आर नोटेड बाय द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम कि ये कहाँ पर प्रेजेंट है एंड इनका जो साइज़ है वो कितना है. ऑल्सो इट अलाउज यू टू कॉपी, मूव एंड डिलीट फाइल्स. सो दीज आर सम फंक्शंस ऑफ द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज व्हाट आर द वेरियस काइंड्स ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स. सो हम लोग जितने भी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम आजकल यूज़ कर रहे हैं इन कॉमन सोसाइटी, दे आर ऑल ग्राफिक यूज़र इंटरफेस बेस्ड, विच मीन्स कि आपको यहाँ पर मेन्यू दिखेगा. यू कैन लुक एट आइकन्स, you have options, and all of these are in types of graphics और images. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको सिर्फ टेक्स्ट दिख रहा है, आपको कोड करके फाइल ओपन करना पड़ रहा है, कोड करके आपको ब्राउज़र ओपन करना पड़ रहा है. नो, ऑल दीज GUI बेस्ड इंटरैक्टिव ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स मीन कि आपको एक आइकन दिया जाएगा, आपके पास मेन्यू होता है, आपके पास फाइल नेम्स होते हैं, सो दैट यू कैन यूज़ अ माउस और अ कर्सर, or you can also use touch. So Windows is an example of operating system. This is Mac OS, and not only PC OS जो आप laptops में use करते हो, but also your Android devices, iOS devices. So other types of operating devices are, this is kind of important, single user, single task. Now you don't have to remember this, you just have to understand what does it mean. Single user means there's only one user, and single task means you can only do one thing at a time, not like your current Windows. For example, earlier there used to be MS-DOS, which generally used to only run tables जहाँ पर आप data store कर सकते हो, and only one person can work at this table at one point of time. Then you look at single user, again only one user, but multitask. Over here you can do multiple things together, like you can browse files, you can work on your notebooks, you can also do calculations. But over here also there is only a single user. Then came the multi-user. Multi-user matlab multiple users can work on the same operating system at a given point of time. If you see, अगर आपका लैपटॉप या पीसी में you have like user 1, user 2. So at one point of time अगर आप Microsoft Office देखोगे, उसमें Microsoft विंडोज़ देखोगे, उसमें एक ही यूज़र एक टाइम पे काम कर सकता है. बट देर आर अदर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स जहाँ पर दो यूज़र साइमल्टेनियसली काम कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज नोन एज अ मल्टी यूज़र ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. Then comes a real-time operating system. Now these operating systems are used by NASA, ISRO, or other heavy machinery or maybe automated robots. They are called real time because they have very less time to do calculations, probably like 0.0001 microseconds or milliseconds. So there is a specific limit given to the system कि आपको इतने ड्यूरेशन के अंदर ही सब कैलकुलेशंस करनी है. जो भी आपको टास्क दिया जा रहा है वो आप सिर्फ इतने ड्यूरेशन के बीच में ही ख़त्म कर सकते हो. दिस इज नोन एज अ रियल टाइम ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. Examples are Linux OS and Windows CE. Next up is distributed operating system. Now if you look at SBI or maybe ICICI, HDFC, LIC, all these big companies or big corporations do not use single user OS. They use distributed OS. Why? Because if they use distributed OS, multiple users can work at them at the same point of time. So ये सब जो computers हैं ये एक दूसरे से connected भी रह सकते हैं and they are only using one operating system so that they can also share the files with them and they can also use the same storage location. Components of Windows, now it is quite easy. Just look at this. The taskbar is at the bottom. I know most of you know this already, but just to cover the portion completely we have to look at this. It is a long horizontal bar. इसके right hand side पे date and time होता है. Left hand side पे आजकल generally Windows 11 में weather डालने लग गए. And on the taskbar you can also see open programs or some few shortcuts. You have the start button. This is the start button. जैसे ही आप start button पे click करते हो आपके पास एक menu आ जाता है. उस मेन्यू से आप चीज़ें सेलेक्ट करके कोई भी टास्क अकम्प्लिश कर सकते हो. नेक्स्ट अप इज रिसाइकल बिन. वी नो दैट व्हाट इट इज. वी कैन डिलीट फाइल्स. अगर मुझे कोई फाइल नहीं चाहिए आई कैन डिलीट इट एंड इट गोज टू द रिसाइकल बिन. एंड व्हेन आई एम्प्टी द रिसाइकल बिन इट मीन्स योर फाइल हैज बीन परमानेंटली डिलीटेड. सो फाइल एंड फोल्डर सिस्टम, दीज आर द फाइल्स. अगर आप नोट्स देखोगे, द PDFs दैट आई शेयर ऑन टेलीग्राम आर एक्चुअल फाइल्स. But folders are something else. They are the places where you can store all these files together. Maybe this folder or this folder. One thing to note is कि folders का कभी भी extensions नहीं होता है. For example, your file can be .pdf or it can be a image .jpeg or it can be a music .mp3 audio file. But folders do not have an extension. So this is a difference between file and folder. फाइल इज अ कलेक्शन ऑफ रिलेटेड डेटा एंड इन्फॉर्मेशन. जैसे हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया, ऑडियो फाइल, मे बी सम टेक्स्ट फाइल, मे बी अ PDF. वेयर एज अ फोल्डर इज अ मेथड टू ऑर्गेनाइज. फाइल कैन नॉट कंटेन अदर फाइल बट अ फोल्डर कैन कंटेन अदर फोल्डर्स एज वेल एज फाइल्स. सो एज वी डिस्कस्ड, फाइल हैज एक्सटेंशन and folder does not have any extension. I'll be sharing this PDF with you in the Telegram group so you can have a look at other points as well. Next up is how to take care of your computer. Now your computer is an electronic device. Electronic devices if are not cared for properly, अगर आप उसका ध्यान नहीं रखोगे तो बहुत जल्दी ख़राब हो जाते हैं because उनके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं. मे बी डस्ट लग सकती है, मे बी शॉर्ट सर्किट हो सकता है. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर यू हैव टू कीप योर कंप्यूटर डस्ट फ्री and do not spill any drinks or eat food near your computers. Try to keep your keyboard clean, and generally if you're leaving your home, try to cover your PC with a cloth or something. So while cleaning, जब हम लोग clean करते हैं अपने electronic devices, always power it off, क्योंकि अगर आप उसमें liquid spill कर जाओगे तो there will be a short circuit in the motherboard and you won't be able to use a PC again. So make sure always power off your devices before cleaning them. Also, when you're using a cleaning liquid, always spray the liquid onto the cloth and not directly into the hardware. So there is also a maintenance schedule. Now we know that electronic devices can get spoiled very easily. So do not install unauthorized software. Always use originals. Now we know we use pirated softwares. Most of you use pirated softwares. Stop using that. If possible, at any point, only used authorized software, जिससे आपका जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस का लाइफ स्पैन है वो इंक्रीज हो सकता है. टेक रेगुलर बैकअप ऑफ डेटा. इट मीन्स by chance if your electronic device spoils or something happens to it, you at least have some backup data available. You need to run antivirus periodically and your antivirus has to be updated. Examples are McAfee, Avast, Kaspersky. Alright, do not overcharge the batteries. Now this is common sense. Your computer or your laptop can get hot. That's why it has fans inside it. तो जब fans run करते हैं, you do not have to block the vents. And we don't follow this most often, but shut down your computer properly using the commands given in your operating system. So virus, we have come across this term a lot of times. The full form is vital information resource under CIS. सो कॉजेज आर, अगर आपने इंटरनेट से कोई फाइल डाउनलोड की या फिर आपने CD-ROM से कोई फाइल डाउनलोड की जिसके अंदर ऑलरेडी वायरस प्रेजेंट है, या फिर आपके ईमेल के थ्रू कोई वायरस आ गया, सो दीज आर द कॉजेज ऑफ इन्फेक्शन. सिम्टम्स आर योर PC डिवाइस डज नॉट रन वेरी प्रॉपरली, स्मूथली नहीं चलता है, रन्स वेरी स्लो. आपका जो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है वो बहुत हैंग करने लग गया है, या मे बी आपका कंप्यूटर बीच में स्टॉप कर जाता है, or maybe your hard disk space is very less even though you don't have a lot of files. So these are the symptoms. How you can get over this is you can use antivirus softwares and always check for the files you download from the internet. Prevention is running the antivirus in the background at all times. I gave you the example of McAfee, but also there is something known as Windows Defender. ऑल्सो यू कैन रन द डिस्क स्कैन्स पीरियोडिकली, मतलब आप बार बार चेक कर सकते हो कि आपके कंप्यूटर में कुछ इन्फेक्शन तो नहीं है. सो रिमूविंग टेम्परेरी फाइल्स इन ऑर्डर टू स्पीड अप योर PC. जब भी आप कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल करते हो, सॉफ्टवेयर रन करते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्रोम. सो व्हेन यू ब्राउज क्रोम देयर इज योर हिस्ट्री क्रिएटेड. So this history is actually a temporary file. You can delete it so that your computer runs faster. So these files are stored as .tmp files. जो extension है इनका होता है .tmp. They are temporary files which are created in Windows and because of other Windows apps. So in order to make your PC faster, you can delete them. Just follow these steps. Windows button plus R. Type in this %temp%. It will open a folder. In that folder, delete all the files. So if you want to permanently delete any file, just press Shift plus delete. Now with this, we have completed the entire portion of your ICT skills. Was it easy? Yes, it was. So let's quickly look at the questions that can be expected in your exam. What is an operating system? So it's a software that serves as an interface between the user as well as the computer. Three functions of operating system. It keeps tracks of your hardware. It checks whether the devices are functioning or not. It also looks at the RAM and GPU and tells you how much is being used. Any three operating system for computers: Microsoft Windows, Ubuntu, Linux, Mac OS. आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हो इनमें से. Three mobile operating systems: Android OS is quite famous, iPhone OS or iOS, Windows Mobile, BlackBerry OS. So you don't have to remember all of them, just knowing Android, iOS is enough. What is single user, single task operating system? We have seen this. allows only one user to do one task. Example is MS-DOS. Single user multitasking operating system, which means there is only a single user but several programs can be run. For example, मैंने Chrome start किया है. I can use a media player. I can also browse files. So these all are multitasks. Example, Windows or Mac OS. Multi-user operating system. It enables multiple users to use a single operating system at one point in time. Real-time operating system, as I discussed, NASA, ISRO, they all have real-time operating systems because उनकी जो machinery है उसको immediately react करना पड़ता है. So that's why it has well-defined time constraints. Examples are Time OS and Windows CE Linux OS. What is a distributed operating system? I gave you an example of all these big corporations. So they have all these employees. All these employees can work using a single copy of operating system. जैसे यहाँ पर इतने सारे PCs हैं. They all are using same operating system, but they are sharing one hard drive. So this is an example of distributed operating system. What is spam? So spam generally तब होता है when आपको random emails आए which you have not asked for, or if you get random messages or random comments on your Instagram, Facebook, or even YouTube. What is a firewall? Now, for example, you have a PC and this is the internet. Now hackers can try and hack into your PC like this, but if you have a firewall, firewall stops these attacks by protecting your network, by first checking who is it who wants to enter your network. So this is the use of firewall. With this, we have finished the chapter of ICT. It is a very easy chapter. I would suggest that you go through this video once and look at all the questions. I'll be sharing the PDF in the Telegram group. Please do not forget to like the video. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Till then, stay awesome. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, so let's just quickly jump into the part where we start looking at your Part A employability skills. I know you have started preparing for your IT 402 exams, your AI 417 exams, and your Computer Applications 165 exams. So for these two, आपका जो employability skills है वो valid है. So let's look at the chapters which are going to come in your exam. सबसे पहले तो communication skills and green skills are not gonna come. Self-management skills, ICT skills, and entrepreneurial skills are there in your syllabus. Now, according to this, out of the 6 questions, you have to attempt any 4, and out of these 5, you have to attempt any 3. So if you just do a quick mathematical calculation, it means that either you can attempt these two, or maybe these two, or maybe these two. Similarly, at this point, either you can attempt these two or maybe these two. So basically, you can leave one of these chapters for your board examinations. जिसका मतलब है आप अगर कोई भी एक चैप्टर स्किप भी कर दोगे, then also you will be able to get full marks. But I would suggest just they are very easy chapters. You just need to understand a bit. In this session, we'll be covering entrepreneurial skills. So let's look at what we're going to cover today. So entrepreneurship क्या होता है? How does it help the society? Why is it needed? अगर किसी को entrepreneur बनना है तो उसके अंदर क्या क्या qualities होनी चाहिए, कौन से functions entrepreneur करता है. Some myths related to entrepreneurship. कुछ लोगों को लगता है कि entrepreneurship easy है, कई लोगों को लगता है it's very difficult. So वो जो सब myths हैं, you need to understand which is right and which is wrong. You can also look at the career in entrepreneurship. What are the benefits? What are the risks of a career in entrepreneurship? अगर आपको entrepreneur बनना है तो. And at the end, we will solve a few practice questions in the types of MCQs as well as 2 marks theory questions. So this is the agenda for today's video. It won't be a very long video because entrepreneurship is an easy topic. Before we begin, if you guys are watching this video for the first time, if you are new to the channel, my name is Akash Singh. I'm an engineer, software engineer by profession. I graduated from IIT Bombay and I also have a degree in artificial intelligence from IIT Hyderabad. So that puts me in a position where I can try to solve your doubts. So feel free to ask your doubts under any of my videos. You can just comment there, or maybe you can also follow me on Instagram, where I will be replying to your messages. The handle is Akash 7.7. So this is the Instagram username. So let's begin with today's session by talking about Elon Musk. Who hasn't heard about him? If you haven't, let's just say he recently bought Twitter. I think that was a very famous, infamous thing to do. But Elon Musk को हम लोग entrepreneur क्यों बोलते हैं? Let's talk about the companies he owns. First of all, Tesla. They make self-driving cars. SpaceX, इनकी स्पेस एक्सप्लोरेशन ये लोग करते हैं. आप अगर देखोगे इनके जो रॉकेट्स हैं, दे सेंड देम टू स्पेस एंड दे ऑल्सो कम बैक. सो बेसिकली दे आर रीयूजेबल रॉकेट्स. Recently, he has also bought Twitter, and there are a couple of other companies which Elon Musk owns or maybe has some part in creation of them. If you move on to India, there is a personality called Mukesh Ambani. We all know who he is. So you might be thinking he has only created Reliance, but Reliance is not a company. It's a conglomerate. So which means Reliance has many parts. If you have heard about Reliance Digital, जहाँ पर आप जाके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स खरीद सकते हो, मोबाइल फोन्स खरीद सकते हो. देयर इज ऑल्सो समथिंग कॉल्ड रिलायंस स्मार्ट, जहाँ पर आपकी ग्रोसरीज मिलती हैं, जहाँ पर आपको कपड़े मिलते हैं. देयर इज ऑल्सो समथिंग कॉल्ड रिलायंस जियो, जहाँ पर आपके नेटवर्क्स क्रिएट होते हैं, जहाँ पर आपको इंटरनेट प्रोवाइड किया जाता है, सेलुलर कनेक्शन प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं, ऑप्टिक फाइबर केबल्स. So all these companies were started by Mukesh Ambani. So he is also an entrepreneur. So do you start to understand what is a common point between all the entrepreneurs? If still not, let's take a couple of other examples. So this is Steve Jobs. He created Apple with the purpose of making the best designed electronic items in the world. This is Larry Page. He created Google. If you've recently ordered from Amazon, you should thank this guy. This guy's name is Jeff Bezos. If you're using Microsoft, या अगर आप PowerPoint use कर रहे हो, Microsoft Word use कर रहे हो, this guy is Bill Gates. He created Microsoft. And if you still use Facebook, this guy is called Mark Zuckerberg. He created Facebook. And Facebook also now owns Instagram as well as WhatsApp. So these people found out a problem in the world or in the society and tried to solve them. So that is the basic aim of entrepreneurship. लोगों की जो needs हैं, people need things, people want things, and there are some kind of demands. If you can find a way to bridge the gap between the needs of the people and also earning in the same way, then you can be a successful entrepreneur. So जब हम entrepreneurship की बात करते हैं, you only need to remember two things. Entrepreneurship is definitely a self-employment, but it has two aims. First is to satisfy the needs of people, not only needs, but also wants and demands. If you need to understand it in a simple way, you can say that food is the need of every human. Wants में आता है अगर आपको probably rice खाना है या maybe curd खाना है or maybe paneer. You get options. So they're kind of wants. Demands is like आप और थोड़ा दूर जाओगे McDonald's or maybe Domino's. They are not your needs, they are not your wants, but they are actually your demands. You just feel like eating them, so you eat them. So if you are able to satisfy these three things in a society, then you can be an entrepreneur. At the same time, it's not like अगर आप ये जो needs, wants and demands है free में पूरी कर रहे हो. No, you need to make profits. So two things. You satisfy the needs, wants and demands of the society. At the same time, you need to make profits. So that is the basic aim of entrepreneurship. Let's look at an example. So we all might be living in cities, some might be living in towns or villages. Let's take an example of Delhi. Okay, so Delhi is a huge place. There might be a lot of people living in NCR area, जिनकी एवरीडे नेसेसिटीज़ होती हैं. किसी को मिल्क चाहिए, किसी को एग्स, मे बी अनियंस, पोटैटोज. सो अराउंड दिल्ली देयर विल बी वेरी अ लॉट ऑफ होलसेलर्स who probably sell vegetables, maybe dairy, या maybe wheat, rice. So we call them wholesalers. Okay. Now there are also some needs and wants of the customers which are present inside Delhi. So every day they might be needing some fruits, some vegetables, some other items, right? So with the help of entrepreneurship or some sort of startups like this, the wholesalers are able to connect with the customers and supply their items. जैसे probably early in the morning you need some dosa batter, or maybe early in the morning you need some milk. So wholesalers would provide these items to the customers, but they do not directly provide them to the customers. There are some startups like Zepto, Dunzo, Swiggy, Instamart. I hope you have used them. If not, at least heard about them. So ये जो सब startups है, what they do is they take the items from wholesaler, they store it in their shops or storages, and वहाँ से ये लोग supply करते हैं to the customers. And the best part about all these startups is that आपको जो डिलीवरी है बहुत immediately मिलती है. आपको घर बैठे बैठे डिलीवरी मिलती है. You don't need to go out. You can just swipe on your phone and just do the online payment or maybe cash on delivery. But you will get the items at your home without going out. So that is the benefit of these startups. So now you might be thinking, okay, wholesalers are selling the stuff to customers. What is so unique in that? The unique thing is there these startups are not only solving the problems of customers and wholesalers, but at the same time they are providing employment to the delivery executives and the other employees who work for these companies. And also at the same time they are making profits. So this is an example of entrepreneurship where you solve a problem, you help the society, and at the same time you're making profits, right? So talking about entrepreneurship and society, you might get a question which asks you what is the benefit of entrepreneurship, why are entrepreneurs needed in society. So basically, as we understood, it fulfills the customer's needs. As we took an example of a city like Delhi, so every other city in the world might have some sort of needs. कहीं पे they might need hot items, somewhere they might need cold items. So all these needs are solved using entrepreneurship. Again, how does it help the society is by taking the local materials from the surrounding area. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको import करना पड़ रहा है दूसरी country से या maybe दूसरे state से. The wholesalers, the farmers around the area, उनका जो material है वही use करके जो supply है वो पूरा किया जाता है वहाँ पर, and demands are met. As we said, it definitely helps society. So all these startups, when they start out, they have a particular budget. For example, if you talk about Dunzo, they need to spend around 5% of their annual revenue into green approaches, or maybe some green things like working towards saving the environment, giving some money to build schools and hospitals. So all these startups also contribute to the society in such a manner कि society को help हो. Definitely they create jobs. We just saw delivery executives, the employees of these companies are getting jobs, stable jobs, employability increase hoti hai. Also, one more important point, that this lowers the prices of products. How does it do it? So we know these three startups are kind of working in the same field. They're delivering items to you. So how does a customer choose that I want to go with Dunzo, Zepto or Swiggy, Instamart? So for this purpose, इन सबके पास heavy discounts आप देखोगे कभी भी, या फिर अगर आप membership देखोगे बहुत ज़्यादा benefits मिलते हैं memberships को. So all this competition between these startups helps lower the price of products. For example, if you're getting bananas at 30 rupees over here, so Dunzo will say, so you might get bananas at 29 rupees. So looking at these two, Swiggy might say you can get 28 rupees, you can get the bananas in 28 rupees. So eventually it helps to lower the price of products and eventually benefits the customer. So let's quickly look at these questions. Entrepreneurs can create jobs in the market, true or false? Obviously it is true. We just saw an example. So the reason I took those three examples is अगर आपको एग्जामिनेशन में कभी भी कंफ्यूजन आए regarding this chapter, just take an example of Swiggy, Dunzo, Instamart. It will help you solve problems in an easier way. So when many entrepreneurs sell mobile phones in a market, the prices of phones increase. We just saw अगर competition होता है market में, so everyone wants to give more discount so that the customers come to them. So basically the price should decrease. So this is false. Entrepreneurs identify a need in the market and build a product or service for it. Exactly, that is right. That's what entrepreneurs do. And at the same time, they want to earn money. So we have discussed what entrepreneurship is, how it helps the society. We also discussed some examples of entrepreneurs. But now we need to see, if you want to become an entrepreneur, what are the qualities that you need to have? Leadership, because you are creating a startup, you're creating a company, and you need to lead all the people. And not only the people, you need to have a vision for the company, so that later on you can say that after 2 years or 3 years, I want my company to become so and so or such a big company. Second is risk taking. Definitely it is 50-50 chance that your company might be successful or it might not. So risk taking is a quality of an entrepreneur. Innovativeness, because you need to be creative. If you're not innovative, you're just another businessman. But अगर आपके business में कुछ creative चीज़ है, if you're solving some specific problem of the consumer, it means that you're innovative. Goal oriented, definitely. Decision maker, you need to take decisions every day for your company, for your business. Highly optimistic means you look forward towards the positive aspects of your work. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप negative हो पूरे time. You're optimistic that your business would work. Motivating people, self-confidence, obviously. Action oriented, you just don't think, you apply that thinking into work. Dynamic agent, high achiever, and trust in self. So out of these, you just need to remember 4 or 5. That would be enough for your examinations. Now let's look at the functions of an entrepreneur. Please remember the difference between qualities of an entrepreneur and functions. Qualities are inherent things, like a person can be calm or he can be talkative. That's a quality. But what the person does in life, is he a teacher or is he a driver? That's a function of the person. Similarly, function of an entrepreneur means what are the things that he does on a daily basis. He makes decisions, manages the business, definitely, divides the income. Now, your startup might be getting an income, a revenue. Some of the income might be going to pay the salaries, some might be going to buy the items, and some of it would be going into your profits. So you need to divide all that income and decide कौन सा part कहाँ पर जाना चाहिए. Risk taking is the everyday function of an entrepreneur, and creating new methods, ideas, or products. So these are the functions of entrepreneurs that you need to do if you're an entrepreneur. So looking at this question, Ravi's customer comes to his store and starts shouting at him. So he does not get angry. He listens to what his customer is saying. Obviously not hardworking, not confident, he's patient. Sushila decides to sell her company tires in Sri Lanka. It does not sell and she has a loss. She apologizes to the people who work for her and says that she will plan better next time. So what does she do? She's creative, no. Does not give up, not actually. Thinks before making a decision, definitely not. But A would be the right answer. Takes responsibility for your mistakes. She has committed a mistake because of which other people suffered, and she's taking responsibility for that. So Ali has a diamond factory. He pays his employees on 1st of every month. Now what is he doing? Creates a new product, takes risk, manages the business. So that's the right answer. So I hope you're understanding all the parts till now. If you have any queries till now, you can definitely comment under the video. I'll be able to help you there. Mary buys bulbs for a business from Noida. Okay. She learns that bulbs are cheaper in Faridabad. So she decides to start buying bulbs from there. What did she just do? Did she take a risk? No. She already knows that bulbs are cheaper in Faridabad. Does she divide the income? No. She's making a decision to change her supplier. Renuma has two people who work for her. Every day, she spends an hour with them to learn about what they've done that day. So, what is she doing? Creating a new product, dividing the income, or managing the business? She's managing the business by talking to her employees and deciding if they're doing a good job or do they need some help. Okay, so now since that part is over, we can start talking about myths of entrepreneurship. Now, myth is generally a misconception. Generally, it is a false belief or opinion about something. So, you might believe a lot of things, but not all of them are right. So, the things which are not actually right are called myths. So, some myths can be like this. People think that being an entrepreneur is easy. Some people think that it's difficult. So, they are the myths. No one knows the reality there. Some people even think that they're not meant to be entrepreneurs. They cannot be entrepreneurs. उनके उन्होंने बचपन से पढ़ाई नहीं की, that's why they cannot become entrepreneurs. All these are actual myths. So, in order to solve the myths, we need to know the reality. And even in your examinations, you might get a question, what are the myths surrounding entrepreneurship? It is a very important topic. So, talking about myth one or misconception one, it is that every business idea needs to be unique or special. It is not the case. दुनिया में बहुत सारी कंपनीज है जो सेम ही काम करते हैं, सिर्फ उसमें माइन्यूट डिफरेंस ही होगा. जैसे आप देखोगे अगर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, IBM, गूगल, Oracle, these companies are basically into electronics domain. जनरली सेम काम ही होता है, कुछ कोई चिप्स बना रहा है, कोई मोबाइल फोन्स बना रहा है, बट इवेंचुअली जो स्पेशलिटी है इनकी वो हल्की सी डिफरेंस है. सो इट इज़ अ मिसकंसेप्शन दैट एवरी बिजनेस आइडिया नीड्स टू बी यूनिक. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट जोमेटो, स्विगी, दे डू द सेम थिंग, जस्ट दैट उनके थोड़े USPs अलग हैं, जो सेलिंग पॉइंट है उनका थोड़ा डिफरेंट होता है. Misconception 2, that a person needs to have a lot of money to start a business. It is not the case. Every business is different in nature. You can start with 10,000, you can start with 10 lakh. It is different for everything. So, in this misconception or myth, you need to understand that when we start taking money from people or invest our own money into a startup, that is called the capital. So capital is quite important because it helps you jumpstart your business, but in not all cases you need a lot of capital. Okay, you can, uh, depending on the size of your business, you can start small, maybe just 5,000 rupees if you have a very small startup, or maybe 50,000 rupees. And when you start getting the revenue, you can reinvest that profit into your company itself, and slowly and steadily you can start building your company. Misconception 3 or myth 3 is that we have is only that person, sorry for that, only a person having a big business is an entrepreneur. So not that case. If you go to your local market, you might find dozens of entrepreneurs who are making small things by themselves and selling them. For example, you might see tailors creating clothes. You might see cobblers who are creating shoes. You can see other people who create small items and sell them off. So it is not necessary कि आपका business international होना चाहिए या फिर national होना चाहिए. It's just that whatever you create, you are making a profit out of it and there is a demand for it. Misconception or myth 4, that entrepreneurs are born and not made. Again, a very big misconception. Entrepreneurs have to make decisions every day, and it is not like आप बचपन से ही सीख रहे हो ये सब. You need to have knowledge, that is a good point, but it is not the talent, it is the internal ability to take decisions, to take risk, as we discussed in the qualities of entrepreneurs. These qualities can be made over time. It's not necessary कि आपके पास बचपन से ये qualities हो. So this is a myth. So now we have discussed the myths. I hope you understand what are the myths associated with entrepreneurship now. Let's talk about a career in entrepreneurship. So a career is definitely a line of work that someone takes to do for the rest of their lives. some people are scientists, some people are race car drivers, some people are footballers. So there are two types of careers. First is self-employment. Basically, you're earning profits from the thing that you're selling and paying yourself. आप खुद को ही पेमेंट कर रहे हो. That means you are self-employed. And the second type is wage employment, where you work for someone else and they're paying you the money. So examples can be doctors, footballers, etc. So now that you know the difference between two types of careers, what do you think entrepreneurship comes under? Are entrepreneurs self-employed or are they wage employed? So definitely they are self-employed because they make profits and they pay themselves as well as the employees working for them. So what are the advantages of entrepreneurship and what are the disadvantages? So basically entrepreneurship gives you a freedom, gives you a choice that where you want to work. You will be filled with excitement when you work for a particular thing that you like. You can create a lot of wealth as you're not dependent on the fixed salary that you're getting. Your business can have 50,000 profit in a month or 50 crore profit in a month. There is no bar and there are no limits, but it can also be negative. So that's why there are some disadvantages also, जैसे risk. Hard work is basically not a disadvantage, but it is something that we need to do in life. Financing problem, as we discussed, capital collect karna hota hai. If you have the money, then well and good. But you have to ask other people for money, ask the investors for money, and that is kind of a disadvantage. And the income is also uncertain, as we discussed here. Profit can be plus 100% or minus 100%. So the income is kind of uncertain. But if you know what you're doing, if you have studied well, if you take good decisions, your income can be certain and in profits. So anyone who wants to start entrepreneurship or maybe start working on a startup, there are three stages of their company. The first is definitely you enter the market with the aim of nothing but to survive, because there are hundreds or maybe thousands of other businesses as you. So during the survival period, you need to wait for a couple of years. You just need to survive on the bare minimum. You need to continue selling your items. You need to continue your business. And slowly and steadily, when this number reduces, as most of the businesses would cut down, they would stop. And if you do not stop, eventually you will reach a phase where you are only of the top few which are left, and then you can start growing your business. All right, so this was about career in entrepreneurship. You need to remember these things, that everyone has to learn and practice before becoming an entrepreneur. No one is born an entrepreneur, and neither a lot of people who have studied entrepreneurship were good entrepreneurs. So you need to learn and practice. If you believe in an idea, if you have an idea what you need to do, don't worry, just start your business. And also that entrepreneurship is a very risky thing. But till the time you do not try it, you would not understand it. All right, so with this, we have completed the theory part of it. Let's jump into the 2-mark questions which can be expected for your board exams. Contribution of entrepreneurs in execution of government policies. So entrepreneurs play an important role with the government. If you talk about Mukesh Ambani or maybe Elon Musk, they both contribute to the government policies in their respective nations. So they actually cooperate with the government for achieving the national goals, such as kitne economy kitni improve honi chahiye, or maybe how are they creating the jobs and so on. What is entrepreneurship development? So right now what we are studying in this course, part A, employability skills, it is basically entrepreneurship development, as we are teaching you guys to improve the knowledge and skills to become entrepreneurs. Also there are some other programs, national programs, which help the entrepreneurs, जिनको entrepreneurs बनना है उनको पढ़ाई करवाते हैं, उनको organization skills सिखाते हैं. They also give them the capital to start their own ventures. What do you mean by the term entrepreneurial skills? So this is the answer that you can directly write. Also, these answers are not absolute, which means different people can have different answers. So you might say some other point. So, but what you need to remember is that every entrepreneur who's starting a business need to have a knowledge for what the business is starting. Also, to successfully run a business. So all these skills are necessary and known as entrepreneurial skills. Explain the risk bearing characteristic of an entrepreneur. We have discussed this, but there is a period when you start and when you grow. The middle period, as we saw, it was survival, right? So it is kind of a risk. Maybe you will get to the other side or maybe you won't. So that's a risk that you're willing to take, but you need to be patient about it. Explain the quality of an entrepreneur as a passionate person. So all the entrepreneurs are very passionate because they like what they're doing and they're doing what they like. So they will definitely put in extra hours. It won't be like they're working only 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. No, they're putting a lot of hours, maybe 15 hours, 16 hours, not because they need to, but because they like doing that. State the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman. So basic difference which you need to remember is entrepreneurs do things differently. They make unique ideas or they make the concept a bit better. A normal shopkeeper who just buys and sells items can be called a businessman, but a shopkeeper who's providing some extra quality to their customers, maybe some kind of home delivery or maybe some homemade items, that can be called as an entrepreneur. What is a business plan? As the name suggests, if you want to create a business, अगर आप कोई business start करना चाहते हैं, you need to have a plan first. You need to study the market. आप कौन से market में जा रहे हैं? आप automobile market में जा रहे हो, maybe आप vegetable market में जा रहे हो, clothing market में जा रहे हो. So you need to have a plan that how you can enter that market. आपको क्या क्या problems face हो सकती हैं? How will you be able to solve them? So all these things come under the business plan. How does an entrepreneur promotes economic prosperity of a country? So first of all, they create employment, which in turn employs a lot of people and they're able to spend a lot of money. Basically आपकी जो economy है slowly and steadily cyclically बढ़ती है. They create wealth in the country by getting more profits from outside the country as well, and they also reduce the cost of products. So basically a lot of people are able to afford the products which they were not able to do earlier. Why an entrepreneur is highly optimistic? He needs to be optimistic because first of all he's taking a risk. You cannot go taking a risk with a negative aspect. You need to be optimistic, and he's definitely not disturbed by the current problems that he's facing. He knows if he takes good decisions, if he has studied well, knows a lot about the market, he will be able to solve those problems. So that's why he is always highly optimistic. Explain the role and significance of entrepreneurs. You can refer to the notes. We have already discussed that. We've also discussed the myths of entrepreneurship. Define an entrepreneur. We defined the entrepreneur at the beginning. So 2 points to remember: a person who satisfies the needs, wants, or demands of the society and at the same time makes profits in that. Do you think an entrepreneur is innovative by nature? Yes, an entrepreneur needs to be creative because everyone can be an entrepreneur if they are not creative. But creativity is what defines entrepreneurship, else you're just a businessman. Alright, so again, the same question. We'll jump onto the MCQs now. Innovation of an entrepreneur includes division of work, opening new markets, introducing new products, or both B and C. So yes, new markets and introducing new products. Maybe you were in the food market first, but you now switch to commodities market, जहाँ पर आप probably shampoo and soap sell करने लग गए. Which of the following is a disadvantage of entrepreneurship as a career? We discussed at the end that there is a lot of uncertainty. It might be that you might not be successful or you are successful. Which of the following does an entrepreneur perform to achieve his goals? Advertisement and publicity, right? Appointment of selling agents, definitely. So C, both A and B is the right answer. In which situation an entrepreneur will not be able to convince his fellow beings? If she is obviously low self-confidence hoga, so he or she will not be able to convince others. Incompetent staff means the staff is not experienced, they're not qualified enough. How does an entrepreneur get the work done from his or her team? By creating a spirit of teamwork, yes. By motivating them, yes. So this is the right answer. Obviously, you don't have to use harsh words and actions. Which of the following is or are the functions of an entrepreneur? So functions may decision making, risk taking, innovation, all three. Advantage of entrepreneurship as a career. Risk is not an advantage, hard work is not an advantage, but independence is an advantage. Decision making function of entrepreneur includes hard work, risk bearing, utilization of financial resources. So yes, you need to understand how जो आपका revenue आ रहा है, how do you need to divide it for profits, for salaries, for investment, and so on. An entrepreneur has to get the work done through others. Which characteristic of the entrepreneur does this statement depict? Motivator, organizer, innovator, none of these. So in order to get things done from others, you need to motivate other people. So this would be a right answer. Which of the following characteristics should an entrepreneur have? Innovativeness, motivator, goal oriented, obviously all of these. So now have you started to understand what are the common themes present between all these questions? ऐसा नहीं है कि एक question दूसरे से बहुत ज़्यादा different है. Just need to understand what are the functions of an entrepreneur, qualities, advantages and disadvantages. Alright. Renuma has two people who work for her. Every day she spends 1 hour with them to learn about what they have done that day. This means she is creating a new product? No. Divides the income? No. Manages the business by talking to her employees. Which of the following is true about entrepreneurship? A lot of money is needed. Obviously, we're talking about myths, so this is a myth. Entrepreneurial ventures are mostly successful. So it is also a myth because most of them actually fail. Entrepreneurial ventures are easy to start. So again, they are not easy to start. You need to decide between mostly successful, end up as failure. So this one would be the right answer and this is wrong. Because if you see, if in a year thousands of ventures are started, but only 6 or 7 of them are successful. So which means most of the ventures end up as failures. Which of the following is the main aim of entrepreneurship? Earning a profit. Yes, we discussed two things. Profit बनाना होता है and providing innovative products and services, or maybe solving the demands of the society. So this is the answer. Mary buys bulbs. Okay, so this question has already been done. So with this, we have finished the entire chapter of entrepreneurial skills for part A. Upcoming videos will be on ICT skills and self-management skills, but this is an important chapter, so I hope you revise it correctly. If you like the video, please do not forget to press the like button. You can share it among your friends. If you have doubts, you can obviously comment. I'll be coming back with another video. Till then, stay awesome. Bye-bye.